Have you ever woken up tired without having done anything to feel that way? As if part of your energy had drained away overnight. You open your eyes, and instead of feeling energetic, a strange heaviness appears. Your body feels swollen in places you never even noticed before. Your head feels slow, foggy, even if you've slept. Your skin looks dull, and you can't explain why. There's an internal wear and tear that no one else can perceive, but you can. Very clear. And what if the problem isn't wear and tear, but something more uncomfortable to accept? That your body isn't regenerating. As if it knew perfectly well how to repair itself, but you just haven't given it the right signal yet. As if it could rebuild itself from the inside if only it entered the right state. The ancient traditions were very clear about this. Nothing in nature is always expanding. Everything alternates, movement and rest, action and recovery, doing and withdrawing. The human body was not designed to live in a constant mode, but in cycles. To stop, be silent, and recover without putting on a show. Your body is a system that repairs itself all the time, but to do so, it needs something essential that almost no one remembers today. Regeneration only happens when the nervous system feels there is no danger, when energy stops firing outward, when, even if just for a moment, everything returns to the center. A body on alert doesn't repair itself, it survives. And today you're going to discover a daily act so simple it seems absurd, but it activates regeneration mode throughout your whole system. An ancient silent switch that slows down wear and tear and allows life to grow again from within. If you're exhausted for no clear reason, it's not that your body is failing, it's that it's waiting for permission. Because when the body enters regeneration, reconstruction happens on its own, cell by cell, effortlessly. That's how it was understood in ancient cultures. The body as a living organism that nourishes itself, wears out, and rebuilds in cycles. Never in a straight line, never directed entirely outward, never trapped only in doing. In Ayurveda, it was said that life is sustained when prana flows smoothly, when it is not scattered, when it returns inward, like a river that returns to its source before continuing on its path. The same was taught in Chinese medicine. In other words, vital energy needs to return to the center of the body to repair itself. If it always goes to the muscles, to thought, to movement, it gets depleted, it breaks, it dries up like fertile land that never receives rain. In Japanese Zen, sitting in stillness was not a mental practice. It was medicine, a direct balm for the body. A way to tell the nervous system you're no longer fighting against the world. You can put down your shield. And today, modern science, with all its technology, arrives at exactly the same point. The body enters deep repair when the parasympathetic nervous system takes control, when we come out of constant alertness, when we truly rest. That's when energy stops being spent on defending ourselves and is invested in what's important. Repairing tissues, rebuilding cells, clearing inflammation, restoring memory, and bringing back clarity. Different languages, same message. Life doesn't age because of time. It ages when the cycle of regeneration is broken. It's not enough to eat well or sleep many hours. What's missing is that key moment when the body says, "I'm safe now, I can heal." And that cycle can be restored with an almost forgotten daily gesture. When the body stops regenerating, you notice it before you see it in the mirror. You notice it when you wake up. Waking up tired is the first sign. It's not laziness, it's not lack of willpower. It's your body telling you it spent the night surviving instead of repairing itself. There are days when your mind moves more slowly, as if moving through a thick fog. It's not clumsiness, it's not forgetfulness. It's a lack of neurological reset. When the cycle isn't finished, the brain doesn't clear leftovers, integrate your experiences, or silence background noise. Unexplained discomfort appears, tense shoulders, a stiff back, joints that complain. It's not just normal with age, even if they want to sell it to us that way. It's tissue that hasn't had time to renew itself. The skin also speaks. It loses its glow, loses its color, loses its presence. Not because you're aging, but because your vitality got trapped in the effort, and it never made it to restoration. Even emotions start to get twisted. When the body lives far from its center, irritability appears without warning. Anxiety sneaks in. The mind spins but doesn't move forward. The energy shoots outward and doesn't come back home. All of that has a very clear name: survival, not regeneration. And no, it's not that you're doing it wrong. It's that you've been holding yourself up for too long without a real place to rest. Sometimes the body doesn't regenerate, not because it has forgotten how to do it, but simply because it can't. We live in an almost constant state of alert. The nervous system acts as if there's an invisible threat, even when you're sitting down, even when the day is already over. And when the body is on alert, repair is turned off. Always. Short breathing keeps the body ready to move, not to rest. The air doesn't go down, the energy doesn't descend. Life doesn't settle in the center of the abdomen, which is where it should rest. Then comes the rest. Screens, news, messages, conversations, demands. It's not emptiness, it's noise. And each impact pushes the energy a little further outward. Without a ritual of return, without a clear moment of reunion, the body doesn't get the signal that it can let go. The energy keeps dispersing because it doesn't find a boundary, it doesn't find rest, it doesn't find a home. That is the deepest root. Energy always outward, never inward. That's how the body endures, functions, survives, but it doesn't repair itself. It keeps waiting for a clear signal, a sense of safety, a moment when it can stop holding on and start rebuilding itself. For years, we've been made to believe that regenerating the body requires effort. Miracle supplements, complicated protocols, impossible routines, external treatments promising to fix on the outside what is worn out on the inside. Curious, isn't it? Ancient tradition said just the opposite. It wasn't about adding more, but about removing what is unnecessary. They knew that the body doesn't need orders to heal. It needs permission. Regeneration doesn't come from force. It appears when we stop getting in the way. Your body already knows how to repair itself. It has done it every day since you were born. It just needs to enter the right state, and that's the energy you were born with. It just needs to enter the right state, and that state isn't reached by running faster, thinking harder, or looking for external shortcuts. It's reached by slowing down inside, returning to your center, telling your nervous system the danger is over. You can let your guard down. You don't have to hold me up all the time. When the body receives that signal, it almost effortlessly switches modes, from survival to regeneration, from wear and tear to rebuilding, from tension to deep rest. Not from an unconscious sleep, but from a wakeful stillness. True rejuvenation, real recovery doesn't happen when you do more. It happens when you do less, when you stop pushing, when you allow life to be rewoven from within. That's where the change happens, the one that transforms everything. You go from demanding from your body to listening to it, from controlling it to accompanying it, from punishing it to honoring it. And when that change happens, what seemed impossible starts to happen on its own. And the most interesting thing is this: the ritual that brings regeneration back isn't long, it's not complex, it doesn't require strict discipline or willpower. It's just a reminder, a minimal gesture that the body recognizes as home. Start by finding a place where you can be with yourself without interruptions. You don't need perfect silence, nor the posture of an enlightened monk. It's enough to sit where your body doesn't have to make an effort, on the floor, on a chair, or on the bed. Your feet resting or simply relaxed. Don't force your back, just let it lengthen naturally, like when your body remembers how to hold itself without tension. Let your shoulders drop, relax your jaw, and your eyelids can close or remain half open. Place one hand on your abdomen or on your chest. Choose one. But do it with intention, like someone knocking on a door from the inside. That gesture changes everything. The body understands contact. The hand says, I'm here. The hand says, we're safe. The hand says, you can go now. You can let go. Breathe slowly through your nose without forcing it, without trying to fix it. Let the air go in as far as it wants to go. Notice how the exhalation on its own becomes a little longer, deeper, easier. Each breath tells your body that it can slow down, that it doesn't need to be on guard, that it can leave the mental rush and return to the territory of the body. Don't count seconds, don't control, nothing. Just stay there. Hand on your chest or on your abdomen. Slow breathing. Gentle presence. 3 minutes are enough. No more, no less. 3 minutes where you do nothing, where you let go of the role of fixing everything, where you let your body reorganize itself. In that space, what we need the most appears. The nervous system calms down. The hormones change their message. The cells finally receive the instruction they've been waiting for. The body interprets this gesture as an ancient code, like a password that unlocks a mode that doesn't activate when you're constantly chasing after life. And then it happens effortlessly. Something no external force can impose becomes active. Slow and steady cellular repair. Gentle reduction of inflammation, internal cleansing, mental clarity, emotional regulation. Not because you caused it, but because you stopped preventing it. This little ritual doesn't take you out of the world. It returns you to it, restored. And when you repeat it day after day, the body learns something crucial. It has permission to rebuild itself. Even when you're awake, you regain clarity, you regain energy. You regain healthy skin and easy digestion without looking for them. You regain the feeling of being at home in yourself instead of exhausting yourself. Regeneration is not a privilege. It's not a hidden trick for a select few. It doesn't only show up when you sleep perfectly or when you're on vacation far from the noise. Regeneration is your body's oldest intelligence. You carry it with you just like you're breathing. It's just that you forgot about it yourself. While you were surviving to the rhythm of the world, you don't need to add anything extraordinary. Just allow your body to stop fighting against everything. 3 minutes of stillness, 3 minutes of gentle silence, 3 minutes of coming home. That's enough to remind him that he can rebuild himself, that he can close invisible cracks, that he can turn off the internal alarm that had been ringing for so long that you didn't even hear it anymore. Life doesn't break because of age. It gets disordered from a lack of pause. The body doesn't break down due to age. It collapses because you don't return. And when you return to the center, even if it's quick, even if it's simple, something inside you readjusts. Something gets organized. Something lights up silently. The energy stops falling outward and starts expanding from within. It reaches the skin, the clarity, the calm, the strength. That's where the real magic happens. Not in miracle formulas, not in extreme training, but in gestures so small that the modern world ignores them. But the body never forgets. 3 minutes a day can change the ground you live from. Not because they change your life, but because they change the body that sustains it. If you feel called to keep exploring how the body, energy, and mind transform from within, this channel is your place. Here we learn to listen before demanding, to honor before asking for results, to let life rebuild itself without struggle. Subscribe if this path resonates with you. And now tell me something. Which part of your body is asking for renewal today? I'm reading your comments. What?